It is early. It feels early. My son was up at 2:30 last night and didn't sleep much after that, which means I was up at 2:30 this morning and haven't slept much at all. I wanted to talk about signs and symbols in songs. Yay, songs! I love music. Super love music. Music is awesome. Music moves my soul, and music moves me to dance, to laugh, to cry, all that good stuff. So when spirit or spirit guides give me pieces of songs, I feel like it's a scavenger hunt, like a super cool scavenger hunt. Because how many of us remember a whole song? Like, not very many whole songs. So when one of my spirit guides kept humming this song, and the first two lines popped up, it's "Fire on the Mountain, Run Boys Run." And if you don't know that song, you should Google it, YouTube it, listen to it frequently. It's an awesome song. But if you just heard the two first lines of this song, you would have no idea what the song was about. So the first two lines are "Fire on the Mountain, Run Boys Run," which could mean anything, you know. Obviously maybe a warning of danger, which would make sense because the next line is "The devil's in the house of the rising sun." So I'm like, maybe I should pay attention to this. This might be a fair warning, you know. It was stuck in my head for like 3 days. Yesterday, it finally clicked. So I've been humming this for like, all weekend, and I'm like, what are they talking about? Like, what are they talking about? And I went to class Monday, and there was a new guy, and I'm very leery of new people in general because I'm weird, and it was hysterical because he was a redhead. All right, so fire, run boys run. Yeah, I will be staying away from this person if he ever shows up again. But it was hysterical because my cohort that goes with me Mondays was like, man, what a show off. What a kind of douchebag, you know? And he hadn't said anything to us the entire class, but like you just get that vibe, you know? And I was cracking up because it was at that point that the song stopped repeating in my head. And I was like, I get it. We're staying away, you know. But it cracked me up how they use little signs and tidbits to kind of get your attention and get you to pay attention to things that, you normally wouldn't think about. I wouldn't have gone over and introduced myself, especially since he's not a regular, you know. I don't think I would have, I still wouldn't have talked to him. I wouldn't have behaved any differently if I hadn't have had that in my head. But since I had it in my head for days, I was like, all right, warning. It was still funny though. Still pretty funny. So yeah, that was my recent song. But sometimes they give you like the first tidbits of song so that you actually read the lyrics for the whole song, and there's your hint. And that's why it's kind of like a really cool scavenger hunt, right? Because, you get like the lyrics for maybe the chorus, and it's actually, the first two lines that are meaningful, but you can't remember the first two lines because all you know is the chorus, right? It's like Bieber's "I'm Sorry" song. Whenever it comes on the radio and it's like, "Is it too late to say sorry?" I'm like, yes. And I change the channel every time because it's just and I told my sister and she laughed at me. She's like, "That's the dumbest thing." I'm like, trust me, this is like karmic payback. Is it too late to say sorry? Yes. I'm not putting up with your crap. Sorry, Justin. I am not a believer, But yeah, music is fantastic. That's why I love having the radio on, because you never know what you're going to hear. And sometimes I hear songs that you wouldn't hear in the normal genre of a station, and that's when you kind of pay more attention to things. And, so keep your eyes and your ears open. A lot of people just look for feathers, or just look for pennies, or just look for birds, or just look for certain cars. I always look for my Corvettes. They always make my day happy and bright. But, if it's the middle of summer and everyone's driving their Corvette, it's not as special as if it were a cold winter day and somebody's finally taking a drive. Because you don't see, top-down Corvettes very often in the winter. So that's, a special little thumbs up, I feel like, to me. So I would love to know what you guys have. favorite signs or symbols, you know, favorite songs that are meaningful. I know my aunt that passed, whenever I hear James Taylor, I tear up a bit because it makes me think of her and I miss her and I love her and all that jazz. So leave some comments. I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.